Back with another video. Solving problem is fun. Yeah. This one is a BMW key. This is for the E46. See? Y'all know that style of key. Okay. That is the battery. This is like a casing that kind of goes around the battery edge. So I guess it doesn't touch on here. So just to let y'all know, there's a few things before y'all get going. I've been doing this for a very long time. I have a couple BMWs, so I learned about this. See this right here, this part? That's a chip. That's a chip right there, okay? And it memorizes, that works with part of that memorization of the codes that they say, the numbers that this thing does. Okay, well, I got a problem with mine. You see those little things right there? Yeah, let me see if I could even get them up a little closer. They look like grains.
But he's here.
Yeah, let me get them up some better. Okay. These two little things right there are like a capacitors. When you open this thing, they're literally so small. So I zoomed up as much as possible. But when you really go back to normal, they look like, see, very tiny. And they're right there. Get a focus on the board. See, I'll show you. There's a bunch of them. You got like one there, one of them right there, you can see it over there, more here, here, even on the edging of the board right out there, that's them right there. Well, if you guys are noticing, I'm missing the two, and they're missing from right there. You'll see them, one there and one right over there. Okay. Now they got numbers on them also, but you can't really see them so great unless you go really magnifying it. But you notice they got numbers. See? So they fell out. These things dry rot, maybe dropping the key, something like that, and they came off. Okay. So now I gotta try to get those back in side of the key. I gotta get these back inside.
Yeah. This black girl said, was he actually there?
So once I get those inside, that's gonna thing. You're gonna have some problems also. You gotta be very careful with the board. The board is see these little dots on top there? This battery is actually tacked in with the connectors. So it's not just a battery that could slide in and out. The battery is literally tacked in. It's tacked in there. Okay? So I had to like use my trusty little knife thingy here, and try to pry and, my pliers and hold it very careful, needle nose pliers. You're going to need those, what I'm saying? Bird beaks, whatever you want to call them, right? And we try to hold them so you don't break that soldering right from, let me zoom back down a bit, so you don't break the soldering from the other side right here, which is right here at this corner piece right there, okay, and also the other corner piece right here for, I guess, the negative positive, right? So we flip it back over and you can see that's how it goes, okay. All right, and the bottom is also tacked in just as same. If you could see, right, this is the bottom piece there, okay, and you see those tacks, they're tacked in. It's tacked 3 pieces at the bottom, 4 at the top. I don't know how they did that. Probably when they put it, they pressed it, then they probably assembled this before they actually put the board together, because there's no way they would go at the bottom and tack the battery in too. It just wouldn't work. So I think they put the battery in, did everything, tacked it. Then when they're building the board, they just kind of wired it on, okay. And that was it, because there's no other way to get it tacked in at the bottom like that. And they're very firm, okay, very firm tack. Like my knife slipped once and almost scratched almost wrecked the board there, gave it a scratch. I'm not sure if these things are like veins, current veins, as you could see on the board here. And I'm not sure if I damaged that circuit board vein, in the side right there. But I don't think it got it. I think I might missed it, Hopefully I did missed it. But that right there is the E46 key. What made me even do this one, because I've done a few more in the past for the E39, and this is similar to same keys. Actually, it's the exact same key. Um, the board is inside or different though. Hopefully, I'll probably come back with a E39 board and show you. It's not as intricate. It doesn't have the battery tacked in. You could actually take that battery out, and I think the board is a little smaller inside here. And this chip is like a little small thing. It's actually not made right here. It's not made. Sorry, this chip is not made like right here on the key. It's on this piece can move around. It looks like a small magnet when you open it. So when you're opening the E39s, don't just open it, because if that little magnet piece looking thingy, which is the chip, that's not as big as this, it's very small, and it falls out, you will see it has a little bracket on the inside too, like a little cutout where it will actually place that. But if it falls out when you're opening the key, yeah, you are going to have problems, okay. Major problems, because that's the code save or whatever. The car never start. Even if you put your key back together right now without putting that in there, the car won't start, okay. It won't. We tried it that way, it just wouldn't start. All right, but once you put it back in the key and there's some form of connection it gives, then it starts. All right, so similar with this one. So right now I'm going to try to figure out how or where those 2 broken capacitors came from. I'm gonna have to look at the way they broke out of the area, like how the group, the grooves look, and try to match them up as much as possible to see where they actually came from. Yeah, sorry about my phone Probably my lens needed to clean. I wasn't really planning on doing this video. I just did it because I just realized to myself, hey, you could. This is something that's probably never on here, or or unique. Show you guys. Yeah. I love playing with the electrical stuff and technical of BMWs because it's very technical, and they teach me a lot over the years. So now I just feel like anything with a BMW electrical, I could try to tackle it. So we're gonna go from here. We're gonna see if the key works and all the wonderful stuff that it's supposed to do. The key work as is without me thing the dead battery in there, and maybe those two things was broken off anyway. The car was starting, everything was going on. I just wanted to be able to press my alarm, pick in and out, and stuff like that with the key, and it wasn't happening. So I figured the battery probably have died. So let me just change the battery. And just to also let you guys know, this, as you can see how it looks like I tried to cut in there the edges slightly, but I didn't really cut too crazy, but I used my knife and try to pry, but I didn't slit it in nowhere farm for it to break off any of these things at all. I didn't get it close because I know the edging. I really try to keep it close to the point, just the point, all right? Just the point of the knife, close to the edge, like close to the edge inside, and just try to slide around until it kept opening. And I also used a bread knife. So after you enter, you'd want to enter from this back area right here. Try to get prying this back area of the key as much as possible to get it there. And as you see, you have still enough clearance for right there. This bracketed board, if you know how it sits, the board sits in here like that. The board goes in like that. See, so the board sits in there like that. Okay, so you can see the much clearance you only have. Okay, so don't be poking your knife in through. Just take your time and go slowly around the edge, very, gentle and, with a little bit of force, and just trying to get it by until you get it right around. Okay, and eventually you'll get it open. Flip the key also from here is good. Is a good point also to crack from here, because you get the force to kind of brace on the key a bit, the steel of the key, and kind of get that part there up and go around. Okay, but start from the back, getting into this key. Okay, enter there and try to work your way around. All right, yeah, because it's very delicate, and do not damage anything in this as much as possible as you can. Try not to, because we don't know what's gonna happen right now, but we're gonna figure it out. That's why solving problems is fun. So let's see. All right. So I'll get back with you guys and show you more of when I'm finished. But for now, I'm not going to keep going on, and I got to go to the store and get the battery. Maybe a Dollarama by me. I'm in Canada, or one of these convenience stores, get a battery, And the battery that you need, it says it on the back, okay? The number says it, see? It's the original battery, actually, that was in there. It's a UL 2020 plus 3 volt Japan made battery. Okay, Panasonic made this battery. All right, so you could replace it, and I guess it says 03. I'm not sure why these numbers, but don't worry about that. Just go for the number that I told you, the 2020, or look for that number, because that's how they'll recognize the battery when you go to your store. Okay, see how many fight I had to go through just to get that little thing out? See, they're pronged in there. They even pull up the middle of the battery. Like I'm telling you, it's serious work just to not break this thing, to replace this battery and fix this thing on your own. I don't want to say you first follow me to do this. I'm not telling you to go and do this either, but I love solving problems, and I told you I'll break it, fix it, break it, whatever it is. But, I'm a risky guy, and I like to figure things out. and BMWs is one of my things that I'm really trying to figure out all their electrical. I want to know how the ECU works. You know, I want to know every type of component, electrical thing they put in a BMW, how it works, literally how it works. Okay, and we could go from there with my life. Alrighty, so I'm not gonna ramble on anymore. Like I said, I'll get back to you guys with when it's fixed and if it's working correctly how I want it to, and we're gonna go from there. Okay. All right. Ciao. See y'all for now.